Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Balava Girivaradari Gopi Jana Balava Girivaradari Jasodanandana Vijayanaranjana Jasodanandana Vijayanaranjana Jamuna Tira Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Jayo Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Radha Madhav Jaya Radha Madhav Jaya Radha Madhav Jaya Radha Jaya Panchatattva Jaya Panchatattva Jaya Panchatattva Jaya Panchatattva Nitai Gura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gura Hari Bol Hari Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Nirottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udire Nasta Prayeso Bhadreshu Vicham Bhagavati Sevaya Bhagavati Utamasloke Bhakti Bhagavati Naistiti. So we continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 10th canto, chapter 4, the atrocities of King Kamsa, verse 22. Yava dathosmi hantasmi ti atmanam manyate swadrik tavat tad abhimani agno Bhadya Bhadakatam Iyat Yavaddatosmi Hantasmi Iyatmanam Manyate Swadri Tavatad Abhimani Agno Bhadya Bhadakatam Iyat Yavaddatosmi Hantasmi Yatmanam Manyate Swadri Tavatad Abhimani Agno Bhadya Bhadakatam Iyat Yavaddatosmi Hantasmi Yatmanam Manyate Swadri Tavatad Abhimani Agno Bhajavada katam iyat.
Yabadatosmi hantasmi
Yavadatosmi hantasmi.
Yatmanam manyate swadri
Yatmanam manyate swadri.
Yatat adrimani adno
Tavattat aminam yadno.
Yabada katam yetat
Bhajavada katam iyat. Yavadatosmi hantasmi. Yatmanam manyate swadri. Tavattat aminam yadno. Bhajavada katam iyat. Yavad, that as long as hatasmi, I'm now being killed by others. Hantasmi, I am the killer of others. Iti, thus, Atmanam, own self. Manyate, he considers. Aswadrik, one who has not seen himself because of the darkness of the bodily conception of life. Tavat, for that long. Tad abhimani, regarding himself as the killed or the killer. Agnaha, a foolish person. Bhajavadakatam, the worldly transaction of being obliged to execute some responsibility. The worldly obliged to execute some responsibility. Iyat, continues. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. In the bodily conception of life, one remains in darkness without self-realization, thinking, I am being killed or I have killed my enemies. As long as a foolish person thus considers the self to be the killer or the killed, he continues to be responsible for material obligations, and consequently he suffers the reactions of happiness and distress. Let us repeat. In the bodily conception of life, one remains in darkness, without self-realization, thinking, I am being killed or I have killed my enemies. As long as a foolish person thus considers the self to be the killer or the killed, he continues to be responsible for material obligations, and consequently he suffers the reactions of happiness and distress. Purport. By the grace of the Lord, Kamsa felt sincere regret for having unnecessarily persecuted such Vaishnavas as Devaki and Vasudeva, and thus he came to the transcendental stage of knowledge. Because I am situated on the platform of knowledge, Kamsa said, understanding that I am not at all the killer of your sons, I have no responsibility for their death. As long as I thought that I would be killed by your son, I was in ignorance. But now I am free from this ignorance, which was due to a bodily conception of life, as stated in Bhagavad Gita 18.7, Tim Yasya Nahan Krito Bhavo Buddhir Yasya Nalityate Atvapi Sa Imalokam Nahanti Na Nibhadyate. One who is not motivated by false ego, whose intelligence is not entangled, though he kills men in the world, is not the slayer, nor is he bound by his actions. According to this axiomatic truth, Kamsa pleaded that he was not responsible for having killed the sons of Devaki and Vasudeva, Please try to excuse me for such false external activities, he said, and he pacified with this same knowledge. Omagyan, Timaranda siya, Tinandina sa Lakaya, Chaksudan, Lugitang Jena, Tasmay, Sigurubay, Sri Chaitanya, Manubistang, Stapitan, Jena, Huditale, Swayam, Rupa, Padamayam, Dadaki, Swayam, Padam, Bantakalpa, Padavischa, Pasindu, Vachal, Patikanam, Pavanavyo, Vastavavyo, Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shivasadi Gaur, Bhakta-vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So I'll read again the translation. In the bodily conception of life, one remains in darkness. Without self-realization, thinking, I am being killed or I have killed my enemies. As long as a foolish person thus considers the self to be the killer or the killed, he continues to be responsible for material obligations, and consequently he suffers the reactions of happiness and distress. So this verse emphasizes the ignorance of having to identify oneself with the body. This is ignorance because one does not know who one is, and one is falsely identifying with this temporary material body. So unless one becomes free from this false ego of identifying oneself with his body, then one is in darkness or ignorance, because one will always be trying to gratify the senses, the eyes, the hearing, the smelling, the tasting, the tongue, the sense of touch. So one will not approach the Supreme God. One will always try to perform activities which is related to the body. So the different relationships like family, friend, wife, husband, children, these are all but temporary. But since one is in ignorance, one is saying that my family, my son, my dogs, my cats, and everything. So this is false identification with the body. And here it is being described that Kamsa is trying to explain his position, wherein he killed six of the children or sons of Devaki and Vasudeva, because he heard in a voice from the skies that he has to be killed by the 8th son of Vasudeva and Devaki. And he wants to be sure that even if it's not the 8th son, he has to kill, because Narad also explained that the different sons of Devaki and Vasudeva are demigods, and the demigods are the enemies of the demons. So in the upper planetary system, the demons and the demigods are always fighting. The demons Sometimes they win and take over the management of the upper planetary system or the heavenly planets. It is mentioned in the Bible that there is what we call the war in the upper planetary system. We call it Armageddon. Anyway, these wars between the demigods and the demons are always occurring. But the latest war between the demons and the demigods happened here in this earth. That is why planet Earth, Mother Earth, in the form of the cow, and together with Lord Brahma and the other demigods, they went to the coastline of the ocean of milk to pray to Lord Vishnu to unburden earth, because the demons were born in the human form in the earthly planets. So it was decided that Krishna will appear together with the demigods in the Yadu dynasty. That is why when Kamsa heard the voice from the heavens that he will be killed by the 8th son of Vasudeva and Mother Devaki, he began his atrocities against the 6 sons. Actually, the first up to the 6 sons of Devaki and Vasudeva were killed by Kamsa. So, if you read on, you will be able to know who are the 6 sons who were killed by Kamsa. They were the sons of Brigu, one of the Prajapatis and one who is the father of the Jagna, of fire sacrifice. So, in a way, Kamsa, in his philosophical talking in this verse, he was saying that everything is arranged by providence. So one who is killed and one who is killer are not really the killer and the one killed. Actually, everything is arranged by providence, and it is made to happen through the Param Atma. So nothing happens by chance, and in a way, Kamsa trying to justify his killing of the 6 sons of Devaki and Vasudeva, he was saying that I'm not really the killer, and I did not kill the 6 sons because it is only the body that was killed, and it was arranged by providence. So in the same way, Srila Prabhupada, he mentioned the verse from the 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, wherein he said, the verse also said that the killer and the one killed are all arranged by the Supreme Lord. That is why Srila Prabhupada said that Krishna, when he spoke the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna was saying that everything is arranged. All the kings and the soldiers in the battlefield are already killed by me. Krishna said. So Arjun has just to act and do his responsibility to kill, be a Kshatriya. So we have all responsibilities as a Kshatriya, as a Sudra, as a Vaishyas, or as a Brahmana, or in the different phases of life. First we become a student or a brahmachari, then we go to a married life, and then we go to vanaprast, and eventually sannyas or renunciation. So in order to fulfill the responsibilities in all these phases of life, eventually the basic knowledge is that we are not the body. So in doing one's responsibilities in life, one has to recognize that one has to do his duties, and he cannot leave. He cannot leave his responsibilities. Before, somebody asked me a question. So he was already practicing Krishna consciousness, and he asked me, my wife is not following my example. My wife doesn't want to be a devotee. What should I do? I'm thinking of leaving my family. Aalis daw siya sa pamilya niya. Iwanan niya. Sabi ko, ano gagawin mo? Mag-aasawa ka ulit. So these are the tendencies. So sabi ko sa kanya, it's your tadhana, it's providence that you met your wife now and you have children. If you leave them, then you are abandoning your responsibility. So I told him, no, you cannot leave them. Give them a year or two. If they do not follow, then that's the time. But you cannot marry again. So there are responsibilities in our life. As a student, we should try to study before we look at the opposite sex. As a married life, we have to work, we have to earn money, and support the sons and the daughters and the wife. And then when all the responsibilities are already done, then one must practice vanaprast, or trying to learn how to renounce. In the vanaprast, one will practice austerity. In the olden times, vanaprast means going to the forests. So when you're in the forest, you only eat what you can get naturally from the fruit trees, from the root crops. You cannot work. Maybe you should rely on the natural what nature will provide you. So before we were near the Montalban mountains, my father used to bring me there, and once in a while I see people who are almost naked. They are male persons who are almost naked, and they have long beards and long hairs, and they look like they do not take a bath. Tawag sa kanila yung mga hermits. That was before, but right now being a hermit is not possible. One will not advance in trying to learn how to renounce material life. So in this day and age, one can make sacrifice, one can eventually renounce everything in this material life simply by the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So the sacrifice that we're doing is our chanting in the beats. One should be serious in doing that. One should focus the mind and intelligence towards the holy name, the sound of the holy name, Krishna, Hare and Rama. So this is the only meaningful sacrifice. In this first Chaturmasya, in the Chaturmasya, the 4 months that started 2 weeks ago, it is said that the demigods are sleeping. So Jagna or fire sacrifice is not applicable because the demigods are sleeping. But then the sacrifice now, the only meaningful sacrifice is the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. So we can still do the fire, so-called fire sacrifice, but chant more Hare Krishna mantra. And that way, the sacrifice will be successful. So everything that we do in devotional service are only meaningful if we chant the Hare Krishna mantra. Even if it's not Chaturmasya, the fire sacrifice that we are doing in the homes of the congregational members in the Indian community, they are only meaningful because of the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. So nothing will be acceptable to Krishna and to the demigods without the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. So chanting the Hare Krishna mantra means one should wake up early in the morning and chant the rounds early. Our Gurudev, from his several lectures which I listened, he said he usually o'clock in the morning and then he will chant his round and by 4 o'clock he is finished. So by that example, one can follow if you want. Then the whole morning after you finish your sacrifice of chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, everything will follow. Everything in the whole day will be meaningful. The Namacharya, Haridas Thakur, he used to chant 300,000 names of Krishna. He used to chant 23 hours a day, and 1 hour is only given for either sleeping, eating, or taking a bath. But we cannot follow that. We cannot. Even, I think, Raghunath Goswami was doing that before he went to Vrindavan. Most of the Goswamis, they did that for a certain time, but the Goswamis were writing books and trying to identify holy sites in Vrindavan. So, chanting the Hare Krishna mantra is very important in our devotional service. So if you can chant it in the best time of the day, early in the morning, before sunrise, then our life will be successful. So actually, the pastime of Kapsha, the demons, they are just acting in accordance to the will of the Supreme Lord. They were once the gatekeepers in the Vaikuntha planet of Lord Vishnu. Somehow they offended the four Kumaras and they were cursed to be born as demons in some pastime of the Supreme Lord. So I'll stop here and ask if there are questions. Mother Indrabali, nandiyan na yata sila. Hare Krishna, questions? Yes, Mother Dulce.
What do you mean by fire ceremony? We sorry, I haven't seen that.
Fire sacrifice.
I'm sorry, fire sacrifice.
So before the fire sacrifice being done during the Treta Yuga or the Silver Age, they used to do big fire sacrifice like Rajasuya sacrifice or the Ashwamedha sacrifice, 100 horse sacrifice, Ashwamedha and Rajasuya. You burn 100 horses, 9 horses.
But isn't that killing?
Yeah, it's killing.
But we're not supposed to kill animals.
Yeah, we're not supposed to kill animals, but when they are sacrificed through the Vedic mantras, reciting of the mantras in the Vedas, they are given a better life in the next life. If the sacrifice is very successful, the animals that were sacrificed can even go to the heavenly planets. But the minimum is that they are born as human in the human form, in their next life.
The horses.
Yeah. Hare Krishna is the call.
Another one, Pogo. Do you want to talk to them?
No. Later.
What about? Oh, I remember what you said about our dog.
Takti.
Well, anyways, so you said naman that our karma might be to be reborn as animals. That's the lowest.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. When you act, Mr. Professor, when you act like animals in the human body, meaning in the mode of ignorance, then you will be born as animals in the next life.
But I remember Sampradaya probably said, but you have to guide it so he might be reborn as a human being. Is that
Who?
the dog?
Takti?
Takti, yes.
Yeah, when usually the pets, because they are so much attached to the human master, one who owns the pets. So at the time of death, they are thinking of the human master.
Alright. And then?
So because of the mercy of the master who is very merciful to the pets, because at the time of death he was thinking of the master, then they will be born as human beings. when one is killed,
Yes.
they are killed by another animal, then the animal that killed them, they will get the body of the animal that killed them. So if a tiger kills a deer, at the time of the death of the deer is feeling and thinking of the one who's killing him.
Yes, yes, yes.
Then he will become a human being.
Okay.
If a husband is thinking of the wife at the time of death, then he will be a female.
He will what?
He will take a female form.
A woman form.
Yes.
That's why even with your children, you're not supposed to be attached, quote unquote,
Yes.
because you'll be born.
Attachment is only for performing one's duties.
Okay.
You can be attached to a devotee. So if your sons and daughters are devotees, it's alright to be attached with them because they will when you are attached to something spiritual, then you are not bound by material.
Okay, okay. So, if a devotee marries a devotee, then,
That's good
yeah,
because they will support each other
oh yeah,
in doing service to the Supreme God.
okay.
That's why families of devotees, the center should be the Supreme God, Krishna.
Of course, yeah, of course.
Or else then they have to come back.
Yes,
But when one is not perfect in practicing devotional service,
yes,
one will go to the heavenly planets first, stay there for 10,000 years, go down again to the earthly planet, and do the karma again.
okay,
But they will be born in a aristocratic family and spiritual families of devotees. So in the practice of devotional service, there is no loss or diminution, or according to Lord Krishna. Happy Krama Nasasti Kasabahan Nagdikate. So in this path, there is no loss or diminution, and one will be protected at the time of death.
Now here's another. I don't like Zeus, Z-O-O-S, because the animals are
Zeus.
not Zeus, the Greek god, no. Zeus, Z-O-O-S. I'm sorry, Greek god, because I studied Greek mythology. Anyway, but it's called the Greek god, and I don't. That's only for literature. Humans have put animals in prison cells in zoos. You know, that's karma for the humans, isn't it?
It's karma for the animals as well.
They're paying for what they wear in
Yeah.
another life. Oh,
So nothing happens by chance. Everything is arranged by providence.
uh-huh.
It is also a belief by the Muslim,
Uh-huh.
one controlling everything. That's true. But there is also the principle that one is responsible for one's karma or life. You cannot blame anyone for your mishaps
Yes.
or bad bad occurrences in your life. It is you,
Yes.
not God. So God's reason for making you blind is because of your bad activities in your previous life. So when you kill a fish
Yes.
and you ate his eyes, you might be blind in the future.
Oh, wow. I used to do that when I was a kid.
Because you want the eyes of the fish. It's tasty.
Yeah. You bet.
Any other question? Yes, please.
How about those people who are in duty? Like, if you're,
Those who are in duty.
you need to kill somebody because that's your duty.
So if a judge decided that a man will have to be killed in electrocution, the judge has no karma because he's just doing his duties. So the karma, he said that eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. That's the law of karma. So that's why right now the capital punishment is not being practiced. Why? Because they do not know the principle of we are not this body. That you only live once. Not the James Bond, you only live twice.
I think he was also referring to
Yeah.
army, members of the army.
Yeah. I will come to
I'm
that.
sorry.
So if you're a policeman or a soldier and you are protecting the society from going to chaos, you're doing your duty. So when you kill a criminal in the line of duty, there's no karma in that. When the person who is killed, he has paid his karma. When somebody is killed, like a person who is electrocuted, the sins that he has committed will be forgiven because of the killing, the electrocution. So it's very important for the leaders of the society to control the criminals. And they are not, just as in the verse that we have just read, actually we are not the killers, that we are not the one being killed. It is providence. So the karma of killing and being killed will be there if we don't know how to forgive, or if the capital punishment is not being implemented. Because if I am killed, for example, I was killed, and there was no punishment, my ghost will hunt the person who killed me. And when I am born, that desire to kill that person who will be born in another body, I will have to kill. So it is a cycle of being killed and killing. If there is no forgiveness and there is no proper administration of the laws. So your question is, if you are a soldier, you're killed in the battle, you go to the heavenly planets, not to the kingdom of God. Sa upper planetary system lang. It is still within the material universe. So soldiers, if they know that, they will have no second thoughts of doing their duty of protecting the society. But right now, everyone is in ignorance because they are too much, they don't know the truth in the scripture, and they are very much identified with their body, with their material body. So if you eventually realize internally that you are not the body, then you will do more activities for the spirit, not for the body.
There's this, I read the latest issue of Time magazine. And of course, Shinto Abe was shot. And there were gun shots for kids in the
Ubuntu,
Yeah.
Ubuntu school.
Yeah. And there's a story of one 7-year-old who saw all of his classmates killed and all that. But the main issue was the Roe versus Wade abortion bill. And now there's a big they're making it look like it's women's rights. And I remember in Shaw Boulevard when I was passing, but now it's not there. There's in a wall there was a painting of Jesus, and he was holding a fetus, and it said, "This is not a choice," because apparently the Roe versus Wade is based on the choice of a woman, so it's like woman power.
Because the fetus are not.
Yeah. And women.
What's the question?
That's the part. You know, we don't realize there's a karma because we're taking away the fetus.
So the abortion is a heinous crime in the Vedas. But in this day and age, you cannot force because of demon crazy, democracy.
I like that.
Srila Prabhupada called democracy as demon crazy because all ignorant people are electing, choosing the leaders who are also ignorant. So everything is going down. Before, there's no inkling of killing the fetus inside. That was before. But at the start of the age of Kali, all the bad karma will be displayed. Because demons are being born in the human form. Before, they used to be just in the ghostly body. They try to control bodies, like that one in the Bible wherein 1,000 bad spirits are inside the person. So they're not, the environment is not for them to be born in the human form. So they try to control the body of others. Kaya may possession na sinasabi. Person is possessed by bad spirits when their mind cannot be controlled. So our body is like a car. The spirit is the one driving the car through the mind. So if the mind becomes like that, because of drugs, because of depression, nabasted yung isang lalaki, hindi nakatulog ng isang linggo, naluluko na yun, napopossess na yun. Napopossess. So, nire-relinquish yung pagdadrive dun sa body. So, our body is just a machine. The proof is that may mga spare parts na yung body natin, di ba? If you want the spare part of the heart, the kidney, the liver, they can be changed. The spare part of the eye, they can be changed. So we're not this bad. So yung tanong mo, in accordance to Manu Samhita, those who commit abortion, they will be aborted in future wombs 1,000 times. So, in a way, karma rin ng mga fetus na ina-abort ngayon yun. Kaya nandun yung bawi-bawiran. So, but if people know the scripture, they won't go to abortion clinics. If they know the principle of karma. But then everyone has no tolerance. Na-rape siya because of karma. Then, ayaw niya ng baby na dahil na-rape siya, ayaw niya ng baby. So, i-abort. So, it's my choice according to the pro what?
Pro-abortion. Yeah.
No, those who are against are pro-life. Those who are pro-abortion, meron pang tawag sa kanila yan. Pro-something. Anyway, yun ang kwan ngayon dahil na age of Kali because of ignorance. They don't know the reactions, providence, karma. They don't know. So they are acting in ignorance. They don't know what will happen to them in the future life.
But I'm really sad about
It is sad, but we can only, as Hare Krishna devotees, we can only propagate the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra and the distribution of books as much as possible, so that people will come to this knowledge, absolute knowledge, so that they will be able to know what is to be done and not to be done. Right now, people do not know what is to be done and not to be done. Because the Bible, although the Bible teaches the basic truths, because they were told in parables, no one can understand it unless someone who knows can explain. Who will follow the rule of love your enemies? Who will? Can you? If you read the Bible, love your enemies.
you got it right. As you love
No.
yourself.
If someone will not explain to you, love your enemies, you will follow that. If someone wants to spank your face, give him your other face. Who will do that? Diba, sir? Professor?
Yeah, it says you have to turn the other cheek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's better to give than to receive. Who's doing that? Yung mga mayayaman, pero binibigay nila ilang percent lang. They can give, but binibigay nila, pero mas marami yung intake.
And connections to the this question about
Duty.
the duty. You kill the persons out of duty. Just like capital punishment. So the question is that the Pandava also went to hell. So why is that? Pandavas went to hell.
Pandavas?
Pandava.
Yeah, they went to hell for seconds. Only for a second.
When the same.
Because they told a lie
Last.
that sino yung patay? Yung elepante, di ba?
Airabat.
Si Iron Man. Namatay si...
Airabat na ano pa
Oh,
namatay.
namatay yung elepante. Hindi, yung pangalan ng anak niya.
Dronacharya.
Oh. Basta yung pangalan ng anak siya, may
May kapangalan na
pangalan na kapangalan na elepante. Yung anak ni Dronacharya, si Dronacharya, hindi mapapatay hanggat hindi ibababa yung kanyang,
Kamay.
yung kanyang kamay, yung weapons niya, di ba?
Nung nalaman,
So, nung nalaman ng patay yung anak niya,
nawala na siya ng gana.
nawala siya ng gana. Binitawan niya yung armas niya. Doon siya napatay. And that was a small lie. And because of that lie, they had to see hell for a second. Sandali lang. Due time lang. So, all reactions, speech, work, sa mind in this day and age, miski mag-isip ka ng masama sa kapwa mo, wala pang reaction yun. Yun ang kung naman ngayong age, yung boon ngayong age. If you think of bad things for other persons, there is still no reaction. But if you do good things, mangyayari na yung good things. So, kung intelligent ka, bakit ka pa mag-iisip ng masama? Mag-isip ka na ng mabuti. Yun ang isang positive in this day and age. Before, mag-isip ka lang ng masama, may reaction yun. Kamukha ng very powerful persons. Inisip ko maging frog si Kwa. Sampradaya, magiging frog niya. Dahil powerful yung mind ko. I can turn him to a frog. Pero ngayon, wala na yung mga ganung power. Naalalaman lang natin yun sa fairy tales. The frog in the fields. Pero those power are available before. Okay na? Wala nang paano?
It's necessary to have capital punishment in these buildings.
It is.
It is advisable.
It is. So that karma can be stopped. If the person who is being executed, the sins that he has done will be forgiven because of death. If they are not executed, then 2 lives will be wasted. The next life of the person he killed and the next life of the person who killed. They are wasted. And the cycle of killing and be killed will not stop. That's why there is what you call forgiveness. Yung kung hindi killing yung atraso sa'yo, you can forgive. O kaya, nakita mo pala yung tao ngayon, the first time na makita mo isang tao, kumukulo na yung dugo mo. Sabihin, meron na kayong alitan ng previous life. You have against each other. May ginawa siyang masama sa'yo, so ang feeling mo, nakita pa lang kayo ngayon, kumukulo na yung dugo mo. So, if you haven't read the Vedas or the scriptures, like sabi ni Jesus Christ, how many times you have to forgive? Limitless. 7 times 7. Sabi ni Jesus Christ, hindi lang. How many times you have to forgive? So the point is, we have gone through many previous lives, so we have done against other human beings. So maniningil sila. So we have to forgive and give. Kaya nga may gustong sumapala sa atin, bigay mo yung
Here, on the right side.
But if you don't know the principle, will you be able to do that? Pag sinampal ka, sasampalin mo rin eh.
Yes.
Yun ang kuhan. Sabi ni Jesus Christ pa, pag binato ka ng bato, batuhin mo ng tinapay. So ano ibig sabihin nun? You have to forgive.
Yes.
You have to make amends. Kaya yung ginagawa namin sa HWPL, isang practice yun dahil nag-uusapan kayo, may mali ka narinig doon sa kabila, pero hindi mo ko-correct. Yan yung belief nila, you have to accept. Then you will say your thing, it's up to them if they will hear or not. But you did everyone is doing their responsibility. Imam Ali is giving his truth in accordance to Quran. And we have to hear and just, if it's against your principle, let it be. Then speak your truth. Somehow, in future, they will try to, kung mukhang tama si Prabhu.
Yeah.
Diba? Pero at this time, they may not believe, but when they go through life, they will have experience wherein they will be able to remember what they heard from other faiths. So yung HWPL is doing so much service to the world.
Yeah.
There's a forum for
Discussion.
understanding and discussion, presenting and hearing.
Yeah. I read the book, I think I mentioned it in the webinar, the Islamic Jesus. And it was by the Cambridge emeritus professor in Islam in Cambridge. And so the summary of it was, but he gave the connection to the Abrahamic law. But the summary of it was, Islam itself is not a bad spirituality. It's the military, the ISIS, he says, that gives it the violent.
Yeah.
The violent.
Before I heard Imam Ali, I was thinking all Muslims are aggressive and killers.
Yeah.
But when I heard the side of the Muslims, the best thing I heard from them is that the only difference with the Quran and the Bible is the book of Muhammad.
Yes.
Everything they believe, from Adam and Eve down to the Lord Jesus Christ, they believe.
Yes.
So, it's a good thing. Yes, Professor.
Yeah. Some other faiths are actually categorical.
Uh-huh.
Other faiths are categorical. They want their faith to be more categorical and too technical.
All right.
But if you go down to the Bhagavad Gita,
Yes.
you can see these are not categorical. These are principles.
Yes.
These are
Yes. Yes.
situational. So the approach differs from other faith and what the Bhagavad Gita says, what Krishna says.
Yeah.
So I think that the problem now,
Yes.
we don't try to realign all of these differences. But in details, we cannot, because that is too technical to them. And they are too categorical. Once you
Yeah.
touch them, they will react at once.
Yeah, that's why in the interfaith dialogue, we don't touch the faith. We just hear them. And
I don't even want to call it religion. Because religion is like when you say politics, it's divisive. You know. But I want to call it spirituality because it has to do with your soul and your spirit.
yeah, that's why in one of the final verse in Bhagavad Gita,
Now,
Krishna ultimately said that
the weak
abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. So the main principle is to surrender to God.
Yes. Yes.
And all the religions are just towards attaining God. Di ba? Love God above all things and the golden rule. Do unto others as you want to do unto you. But the Hare Krishnas, they extend it to all living entities.
Now,
That's the difference in detail.
those kind of weakness now
Ah,
degrade, they escalate, and go down to the too technical.
yes.
So it becomes menial.
Yes.
Two
Yes.
religions now talk about Sabbath. Others do not talk about Sabbath, and they are in conflict.
Now, regarding Sabbath,
So their faith becomes too technical.
yeah.
Yes.
Actually, the absolute in the Sabbath day is that if you can do your worship daily, then Sabbath is just another day. Just another day.
But that is the weakness of categorical.
Yes. Actually, the Vedas is the all-encompassing scripture. It was the oldest scripture, and it encompasses all. It has politics, it has war, it has the science of war, it has everything, the science. It has the science of the time. Even Srimad Bhagavatam is speaking of how time is being calculated by the vibration of the atoms. So it's all there in the Vedas. But in this day and age of Kali Yuga, it is predicted that the Vedas will be lost. But today, due to our movement, it is being rekindled. So all the technicalities and other religions are just to uplift the practitioner to a certain level of goodness. And that's all right. So we don't have anything against other religion.
Yes. Yes.
We can accept any religion or any belief. We don't disturb them in their faith. But if they ask something, then we can give.
Yes.
We have something to give. That's why Srila Prabhupada said that, and my Gurudev said that we have everything to give. Everything. Even food, how to manage your life, how to manage your business. It's all there. It's all there. So, if everyone will know our philosophy, then peace will reign. And that's already predicted. 10,000 years of this dark age will be paradise-like in this earthly planet. And when I heard HWPL, this is a chance to be part of the peaceful movement. Anything more? Translation na lang.
One is not motivated by what we do, intelligent is what we plan to do, gives men in the world. It's not misleaded, nor is bound in action. According to this systematic truth, some are ready that it is not responsible, or having fears to come into
What's your question?
this, how can you be nothing with people when you understand that it's not about feeling?
Yeah, Kamsa is saying that he killed actually 6 children of Devaki and Vasudeva. because of the prophecy that he will be killed by the eighth son. In truth, he is not responsible because he is just acting like a demon. He is one of the giant Vijay, one of the gatekeepers in the Vaikuntha planet. They were caused by the four Kumaras, and it is arranged by Krishna. In one of the purports of Srila Prabhupada, when Krishna wants to fight, he has to fight somebody who is qualified to fight with him. And these two gatekeepers have to be born 3 times as demons. And they were the enemies of the different incarnations of Krishna. And in this time, his enemy is Kamsa, but one of the giant Vijay. It's all drama. So everything in this material world is just drama.
All the tasks and are already dead.
Yeah. So Krishna is just saying that because it was arranged that Arjun will be put into illusion. When he saw that all his relatives are there in the battlefield, he became compassionate. That's why Krishna has to say to him, actually, I Gantaraj, Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Shishira Madhav ki jai, Shivan Satapati, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gora Srimande, Prasadam ki.
Welcome po, Professor. Very happy to see you again. Gusto po.
Krishna.
Kain muna kayo.
Sige po, after na lang po ba?
Oh, sige.